Hello everybody, it's Fufu here and welcome back for another more experimental kind of video. We're going to find out something very interesting today, and it's going to be along the lines of my last video, which is about Ditto, whether Ditto could transform into a Mega Evolution and then use a Z move. Mega Evolutions themselves cannot because they have to hold the Mega Crystal, but obviously Ditto can hold a Z Crystal and then turn into a Mega Evolution. So go and check that out if you haven't seen it. So this video today, I'm going to be looking at a specific ability in terms of a Z move, because that ability only belongs to a Mega Evolution, and we have not seen whether, or just how it works in terms of the Z move. And the ability I'm talking about is Parental Bond, which Mega Kangaskhan is the only Pokemon that gets that ability. So what I'm going to try to do today is get a different Pokemon to have Parental Bond, and for that Pokemon to use a Z move. So let's get started. In this experiment, I will be using a Mega Kangaskhan. Obviously, it's going to Mega Evolve the first turn, and I'm going to have it in against a Ditto just so that, because I can't have Gardevoir in the first turn. Gardevoir has Trace, so it's going to trace the ability Parental Bond from the Mega Kangaskhan once it has Mega Evolved. So first of all, I'm just going to send in Ditto against it so that I can switch in the Mega Gardevoir once it Mega Gardevoir, normal Gardevoir. I'll switch in the normal Gardevoir once the Kangaskhan has Mega Evolved. That's what I'm going to do. So here we've got a Ditto against the Kangaskhan, and Ditto, I guess, can just transform here, and Kangaskhan is just going to suck a bunch so that it doesn't do any damage. And we'll go from there. So yeah, basically, I think this is, I don't know how this one's going to work. I think it's probably going to work because a lot of other abilities do work with Z moves. So for example, Hustle boosts the power of Z moves, and it doesn't reduce the accuracy. And there are other abilities that also boost the power of Z move, for example. But I'm going to see if this one works. So now we're going to switch out into Gardevoir, get that Parental Bond, and then go for the Z move. What I do want to point out here is that normally how it works is that you use the move, you have the move animation, and then you just hit the opponent again for the second hit of Parental Bond. So it could definitely work here. I think that we might see the Z move animation, and then it'll just hit the opponent again. But let's do it. Let's go. Activate Z move, and I'm using a Normalium Z just because I can. This is meant to be a Mega Gardevoir, hence Hyper Voice. Normal Gardevoir with Hyper Voice doesn't work very well, so we're going to go for that Breakneck Blitz, and we're going to just go for a Fake Out with this Kangaskhan. I know it's going to fail. That's the point. We don't want to KO my Gardevoir, and Mega Kangaskhan is quite strong. So here we go, going for that Z move. Is the Parental Bond going to work? I really don't know. I haven't tested this one yet. I also think that this is going to look really funny with Gardevoir like dashing at Mega Kangaskhan. I think it's going to be a bit ridiculous. Look at that woman go! Whoa. Okay, its dress is doing something a bit weird. So there's one hit. It only hits once. Why? Oh my lord, that is so disappointing. So that's quite interesting to find out. That's really disappointing. That's one of the most disappointing experiments that I've done so far. Even though, like, let's just go for Psyshock now to show that we do have the Parental Bond. Although I might just take it out with a, no, I probably won't take it out with a Psyshock. Hopefully it'll hit twice. Mega Kangaskhan's bulky, right? It's going to live this first Psyshock. I should have gone for a Hyper Voice. Yeah, that just takes it out. It's okay though, because I'll just prove that I have it while I send in a video on. But yeah, I think that is probably the most disappointing test that I've done so far. Even though Ditto transforming into a Mega Evolution and using a Z move would have been really cool, I think this one, just in terms of mechanics, it just doesn't make sense to me. I think that the Pokemon should be able to get that Parental Bond boost because other abilities work. But yeah, that's another thing that we've tested and ticked off the list. I am just not happy about this one. So there's the first hit, and there's the second hit. That's what the Z move was meant to look like, but it didn't happen. Sigh. So that's gonna be it for today. Yeah, I'm disappointed. None of these experiments have worked out in the most exciting way that they could have done. I'm gonna have to come up with something a bit more exciting than this, I think, because yeah, not too happy with those ones. I'm gonna think of if there are any other cool ways that we could use abilities and Z moves together, because I think that I really enjoy Z moves as a concept and as a mechanic, and they're really cool, but there are just some ways that they've been limited by Game Freak and Pokemon Company, which is slightly disappointing. But yeah, that's going to be all for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comment section whether you learned something, or if you knew this already, or if there's anything else that you'd like me to try out and experiment with. All that's left to be said is I've been Fufu, you've been awesome, and hopefully see you next time. Goodbye.